Today we're going to be exploring the wonderful world of chutneys. I feel that the humble chutney has been forgotten about in the modern day kitchen, and on this video I really want to bring it back to life. When's the last time that you used a chutney? For me, they're such a delicious, versatile ingredient that can be paired with so many different other things, and I want to share with you a fantastic Norfolk producer that hand makes her chutneys. I'm going to show you a delicious recipe. I'm going to review 4 chutneys that she makes, and I'm going to share how incredible and delicious they are. Hello fellow foodies, my name's Dom of the Foodie Kitchen Review. This is the channel where we review really delicious and authentic food products and give you some fantastic recipes and also inspiration you can use in your very own kitchen at home. If you're new to my channel, it would be amazing if you could hit that like button and if you could subscribe for more videos coming your way very soon. Without further ado, let's jump straight in and learn more about these incredible handmade chutneys. Here we are in my very own kitchen at home. Today we're going to be reviewing Candi's chutney. Now this chutney is made by a lovely lady called Candi Robertson. She was a chef for 20 years, so she's used all of her knowledge and experience to create this most fabulous chutney. Last year I went to visit her in her amazing chutney barn, a really well laid out clean kitchen where she makes incredible chutneys. And what Candi does really is she takes all of her fruit, all of her vegetables, which sometimes are in real abundance, and she comes up with these incredible and delicious flavour combinations which are so incredibly versatile. And that's why I'm a fan of chutneys, because they go with so many things. The 4 chutneys I'm going to be reviewing today are the Bramley apple and Norfolk chutney, the Norfolk asparagus chutney, hot powwow chutney, and lastly the non-mango chutney. So the first chutney I'm going to taste is the Bramley apple and Norfolk chutney. I'm just having a smell of this. It's got such a beautiful aroma. You've got that smokiness and you've got that fruitiness coming from the dates. I'm just going to have a taste. This is absolutely lovely. I can taste the fruitiness from the apples and also a really nice bit of acidity coming from the vinegar in there. It's got a nice bit of warmth and there's some spices coming through. I think this is a really delicious chutney. Next one is the Norfolk asparagus chutney. This is a bit more of a seasonal chutney. Got here seasonal flavour, limited stock, so asparagus is typically grown quite seasonally. And this is a great example of having an abundance of an ingredient and utilising it in a really delicious chutney. Just looking at the ingredients again: East Anglian asparagus, onion, distilled malt barley vinegar, granulated sugar, Coleman's English mustard, nigella seeds, red chilli flakes, ground turmeric, corn flour, sea salt. So some really lovely flavours going on there. Really nice smell. I can see the kind of mustard seeds on top. And obviously it's got that lovely asparagus aroma. I'm just having a taste. Wow, that's asparagus as I've never tasted it before. I think there's some really clever use of spices and other ingredients just to give it a really nice kind of sweetness, almost that kind of Piccadilly type feel, and go absolutely beautifully with some smoked ham and a nice fried egg and chips. So absolutely love this. The next one is the hot powwow chutney. So you love things hot and spicy, so I'm looking forward to trying this one. And just kind of smelling it there, it's got a nice, really nice warmth and spice. Wow, that's really tasty. Obviously you've got all of those onions, but then you've got a really nice kick of the chilli. The chilli is definitely there. It's not too overpowering. As I said, I absolutely love spicy food and love something with a bit of a kick and a bit of warmth, but I think this is really tasty. Obviously, if you're not really into spice or that kind of chili aroma, you probably wouldn't go near this, but I absolutely love it. I think it's great. Last one I'm going to review is the non-mango chutney. Hope I've said that right. So you would typically have this, you know, with some nice Indian snacks, something kind of crispy would work well. Have a little smell and a taste. Wow, I can still feel the hot powwow chutney. Now this is lovely. It's got a nice bit of sweetness there, and it does definitely feel and kind of taste a bit like that mango chutney. I think really lovely. Got that nice bit of sweetness. Got all those gentle aromatic spices kind of middling through there, which I really enjoy. Definitely the favourite one is the Bramley apple and L chutney. Really delicious. To be honest though, they're all really tasty. Now I'm going to share with you a really awesome recipe that you can use at your kitchen at home that would pair really nicely with these chutneys. Okay, so here we are in the kitchen. I'm going to cook a really simple, classic, delicious Scotch egg which will pair really nicely with Candi's chutneys. So to make a Scotch egg, we've got our sausages here. We've also got a couple of pans on the go, one for oil and one for the eggs. I'm going to get the eggs on now. The eggs we're going to softly boil for about 6 minutes. Okay, so whilst that's coming up to the boil, I'm going to prepare my sausage meat. So I've actually got some sausages from a supermarket here. These are free range sausages. They're Lincolnshire sausages. So they've already got some thyme and they've got some sage in there. I'm going to break them down. I'm just going to take the skins off and the sausage meat can just drop in there, alright? So the idea is, this kind of recipe, you can just take the sausage meat out and then you can flavour it in any way you want. I'm going to pair this Scotch egg with my favourite chutney today, the Bramley apple and Norfolk chutney. And I think that's going to go really nicely with the meatiness, with the egg, and also I'm going to use a few little spices just to jazz it up, just to give it an extra bit of kick, which will go really nicely with the sweetness and the fruitiness of the apple. To place my eggs in now, I'm just going to be careful to place them in really gently so I don't crack the egg. And they can just simmer away really nicely for exactly 6 minutes. Okay, so whilst that's going on, I'm going to add some really nice spices to the sausage. Some nice sweet paprika here. I'm going to add about half to a full tablespoon of that. Got some nice Cayenne pepper as well, about the same amount. Going to add some black pepper, nice amount of black pepper, and also a bit of salt. Okay, we're just going to mix that up. So the idea is you've got the really nice herbs in the sausage meat already, but this Cayenne and paprika will just give it a little bit of a lift, give it a bit of warmth, give it a bit of spice. And I just think the spices will work really nicely with the sweetness and the fruitiness that you get from the chutney. Once the eggs have cooked for exactly 6 minutes, you can de-shell them, just be really delicate, and then you'll be left with little eggs like this. Now the next stage is to actually take a little bit of the pork, of the sausage meat that we've made, and just roll it out in your hands quite thin, until you've got a nice little pate, where you can just place that in the middle and almost just sculpt that sausage meat around, just being really delicate, really careful. You can just use a little bit more for the top. Okay, so we've now made our Scotch eggs with the egg and the sausage meat. They smell absolutely incredible with lovely spices coming through. The next stage is to put them through flour, egg wash and then breadcrumb. Okay, so what we're going to do, we've got our egg wash here, and then we're going to have another couple of plates for the flour. And also some breadcrumbs. Season the breadcrumb mix with a bit of salt and pepper. The first stage is to put your Scotch egg in the flour, just to coat that nicely. Okay, and then we're going to put it in our egg wash as well. Just let that drain off. Then lastly, the breadcrumb, which we can just put in, make sure it's got a nice coating. We've got all three done now. Now it's time just to drop it into the oil. So this has been on for about 5 to 10 minutes or so. I'll just drop a little bit of breadcrumbs in, and it's sizzling very nicely, so I know that this is good time to put the Scotch egg in. So we're just going to gently lay them in. Nice and gentle. There we go. And we're just going to keep an eye on them, turning them regularly just to make sure they get nice and crispy. So these Scotch eggs have been cooking for about 6 to 7 minutes in the vegetable oil. I've taken them out, I've drained them, I've had a good amount of time to cool down. Now I'm going to plate up. Here's my finished dish. A beautiful handmade Scotch egg, a bit of side salad, and garnished with Candi's chutney, Bramley apple and Norfolk chutney. Absolutely delicious. Thank you so much for watching the video this week. I really hope you've enjoyed myself reviewing Candi's chutney. I've been super impressed by the range, it's been brilliant. I'm going to put a link below if you would like to try some yourself. I'd highly recommend it. And please leave a comment. I'd really love to know your favourite types of chutneys and how you best enjoy eating them. Until next time, see you later and keep cooking.